What's up? We're back for another summoning video. This banner's kind of cool. So, obviously I don't really care about Dorothy, or fodders, whatever. The best thing about her is probably she has like 03 for like piggyback fodder, and that's like about it. Noah I don't really care about either, because Flow Guard IMO is a little niche. And attack speed alarm, or speed defense alarm is going to be pretty niche as well. I mean, getting that fixed count to 1 is going to be nice, but I don't know. I feel like as far as the alarm skills go, you want attack and then something else. I guess it's nice, but there's no tanky cabs, right? So, like, I guess if you wanted to put it on, like, a fast cab that also has a defense stat, but, like, there's no fast tanky cabs out there, so it's just weird. So yeah. I'm going to skip blues just because his fodder is whatever for me. Heiðr is kind of cracked. This is like 4 supportive units all into 1 assist skill. It's like, what were they thinking? This is... I mean, it takes 4 turns to ramp up, but like... Dude, this is busted. I do want to talk about these. I had a conversation with some friends about it. And, just so that there's no awkward silences, I think I'll talk about that a little bit here. I also had a conversation with, you may have seen them in the comments before, Hentai Muffin, one of the subscribers. Talked to them a little bit about it as well. They made some solid points, so I'm like not as low on these skills as I initially was, but I still don't think they're amazing. And yeah, so I'll talk about that in a minute. And fear is fear. I never played FE6, so I don't have any attachment to like the FE6 characters, but I have a sword weakness. I love sword characters. I love swords in general. Like, whenever I play RPGs and there's any kind of like choice for a weapon or playstyle, I always take a sword, man. Like Dark Souls, I build characters with swords, like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all of it, man. I love swords. And then in Fire Emblem, I kind of inherently gravitate towards the sword characters. I love swords, man. So she kind of has a pretty cool, like, unique animation too. I think they've always done it, but if they haven't always did it, they're like starting to like give ascended characters unique kill animations, which is pretty sweet. Just like they do with the legend characters. She has like an uppercut with her sword. It's awesome. And yeah, this I've seen Habaluka put this on his Joshua, and he's gotten some interesting results, which is another factor that made me think that they're not as bad as I initially thought. But yeah, so I also really want to get like a plus speed fear and like do like a godlike reflexes build with times pulse 4, because she could just loop godlike reflexes for free. I think that'd be pretty sweet to like have her as a bonus unit in ether raids when she's around. If I do get like an optimal IV fear, I actually will fodder one of my fallen byliths to her, just because I think that'll be fun. And that's it. I think that's all. Let's get her underway. Yep. So, reds and greens. Let's giddy up. So, yeah, these, physical magic null follow-up abilities. They're cute, but they're not amazing. I feel like if they had flat DR attached to them, I think they'd be much more prominent and, like, more meta. But the more I look at them, it's like, just use like close call though, because like there are so many ways that you can get null follow-up from an external source that they just need something a little more. However, ignoring 50% of DR is not as useless as I thought it would be, because like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, but just use special spiral, you know what I mean? Or you could just use Deadeye, or like lethality, or like skills like that, right? But, and again, Habaluka's results with his Joshua made me realize that they're kind of not that bad, because so you can use this in tandem with like Moonbow or Glimmer or Luna or stuff like that, right? And if you're doubling, you're piercing 50% of their DR. And if you're activating your special, you still have the 50% DR pierce. And ultimately, depending on the matchup, it could clutch out a kill, or just you might just do more damage in general. I think ultimately Spiral 4 is still just better for that. But they're going to be, and this is where my conversation in the comments with Hentai Muffin came in. I think their best use case is going to be on ranged nukes, like Ascended Joshua, and then the magic no follow-up on like your mage nukes, right? I think that's going to be this new null follow-up's best use case, is in that like speedy range nukes. I think they're useless on melee units because Spiral 4 is just way better and much more consistent. And but yeah, like I think, and Hentai Muffin brought up a great point, and they were saying like where the Spiral 4 meta, they're starting to release more characters with the scowl effect, and that's just like if you have scowl in the A slot in general, if you don't have a res stat to ignore that, then Spiral 4 and Deadeye and Lethality, you don't really get anything out of that, right? So that's where I was like, huh, you know what? The 50% DR ignoring in these new skills gets a lot of value in that sense. But I don't think Scowl is prominent enough in the meta right now for it to be good. I think it's one of those skills that will get better as time goes on, but right now, they're not good enough compared to other skills we already have. But again, there was a really great point. So I think their best case use is going to be on range nukes that don't have a speed, or that don't have a resistance stat to build off of, because then it doesn't matter that they're not activating their special. And yeah, that's the only thoughts I really had on those skills. And we get Pen, which is interesting, because I just took a green on the focus banner that he's currently on to try and get a copy for free. That didn't happen, but he's here now. Cool. I like Pen. I don't mind this as a pity break. That's, you know, whatever. Could have been a Heiðr, but whatever. We take Pen. And we move. Now, if I don't get anything up to Spark, it's going to be a very unfortunate decision. I will reluctantly Spark Heiðr just because I think she's going to be that busted of a support unit. I mean, obviously, though, right? But man, I really want a Fear to play around with. She has a really cool kit. So that's going to be a little sedge if I have to Spark Heiðr and I don't have like a Fear yet. Hopefully I just get one of them and I don't have to worry about it, but yeah. Ideally, what I want from this banner, ideally, is just one Heiðr and like a +1 Fear. That'd be really cool. But like, worst case scenario, I just Spark a Heiðr. Okay. Not too bad. And then, oh god, Heiðr's coming back on the banner at the end of the month, and she's sharing focus with Hell and Xander. What a bad share, man. Ugh, that sucks. Okay, Larce. That's not bad, I guess. What does she have? She has like Repel or something? Repel and Panic Smoke? I might just save her as a merge, I don't know. She doesn't have a Refine yet, but... Oh, plus attack. I don't know. Obviously you want plus speed on her. I don't know what I have. I skipped her Forma when she was around for that, so... Because I was gonna get her, but I didn't get like Times Pulse 4 or like Close Call or anything like that on her, so I was just like, whatever. I'll just skip her, because I'm not gonna fodder that stuff to her. Okay. halfway to spark. With nothing but a pent to show for it, unfortunately. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I guess I have to. I do not want a 5-star Dorothy. That would suck. Excuse me. Boop. Yes! Hell yeah, that is what's up. Now, if the rest of this goes haywire, I can just spark heat. Oh my god, yes, she's... Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Now I can ascend her attack stat, and I guess I'm fine with her just being +0 so now, since she has like an optimal IV. That's amazing. You know, sometimes it can be pretty cool, game. Okay, so now, if I do get a Heiðr along the way, I'm probably going to spark another Fear. Because she's such a cool character, man. That's just, it's not even that I like her as a character, it's just, I love sword units. If they ever localize FE6, I would definitely love to, you know, go through it. I know there's ways around that, but I'm too lazy. I'd rather them just localize it. Ooh. I don't know if my Heiðr is +9 or if she's already +10, but if she's definitely at least +9, so... Actually, no, she is... I'm pretty sure I +10'd her off of the Fallen banner, because I got her as an off-focus, or like as a 4-star special 2 times. So I guess this is just our dual flying fodder Kappa. I guess, whatever. So her fodder is kind of not that great, but yeah, sure, why not? Heiðr is easily my favorite OC. We move. Okay, some shots at a Heiðr here. Oh yeah, I went through the story the other day. I'm sure a lot... I don't know if... My friends try to explain to me, like, what was happening in the story, like, without spoilers, and it was a little confusing. But I guess there were, like, some theories flying around on who Gullveig really is, right? And, like... Anyways, it was right. The theories flying around were correct. If you didn't know, I'm not going to say anything because you didn't go through the story yet. I won't say anything other than what I just said, but... Yeah, the story is actually very interesting this time around. I actually enjoy reading the story for this book. It's pretty entertaining and interesting. I love it. But I will say it's getting confusing to keep up with because IS is like creating their own little multiverse with this book. And it's just, when you throw time travel into the mix, it gets really twisty, turny, and difficult to keep track of. So, like, I'm pretty sure I got a handle on what's going on, but yeah, I can definitely see myself getting confused in the next book, depending on where they take it. Or not the next book, but the next chapter. I mean, it's inherently hard to keep up with just because they jump from, like, different points in the story, right? Because of how the time traveling works, but yeah. It was good. I very much enjoyed it. Whoop. Give me a Heiðr, baby! Not Basilio. Not that guy. Alright, guess I got a spark Heiðr. Unless... No. There's still a chance. There's still a chance. Oh, I just realized there's a red here. I gotta pull that. Oh, Ozian. Or Oswane, or Ozian, yeah. It's okay fodder. He has, like, mirror stance. Yeah, it's like not the worst. At least it has mirror stance. That's kind of cool. Pretty sure I don't have any of them, so I'll just mark them as like fodder so I can get some HM out of them. I guess I already have. Well, I can still get 1,000 out of them. Another fear? Bro, I'm getting so many 4-star specials. What the fuck? I have a Forma, so her stats are irrelevant. So, alright, whatever. I guess. Sure. So, I need to spark a Heiðr. Heiðr! You summoned me? I hope Heiðr doesn't get the wrong idea. If you being her destined and all. That's weird, but okay. You're neutral. Sweet! So I will see what we have a small amount of pity. Let's just see if we can get like another fear or another Heiðr. If I get a second Heiðr, I might actually fodder her to my rearmed Ophelia so I can copy that magic NFU. I don't know who I'd give it to, but like I don't hate these new skills. I just think they're not amazing. But again, like I said, I think they'll become much more valuable later on in the game's life cycle, as like more and more things come out. Actually, that's something I forgot to mention. I think that these skills are like Fear, for example, right? Because Fear has 40% flat DR in her weapon, she doesn't necessarily need Close Call or Repel for it. So I think that these new NFUs are going to be best in slot for like newer characters that have really busted PRFs, right? So like new characters to come out that have PRF skills that have everything in the kitchen sink in them, then that's what these new NFUs are going to be for. Because it's like, well, if you already have built-in DR, or you already have built-in Times Pulse, and all those kinds of things, then you don't necessarily need Spiral 4, you don't necessarily need like Tempo, or Lull, or Close Call, that kind of stuff. So, and if they have every single thing they need in their PRF, except NFU, then you may as well, because then you can also get a little bit of DR piercing, right? So I think these NFU skills are going to be better for new characters, but for old characters, they're kind of whatever. Good. Yeah, I'd take that. Are you plus speed? Oof. The opposite, in fact. Oh well. Turn you into a book. And I'm happy with that. I don't know if I want to +1 her or fodder her to Ophelia. Because, I don't know, man. I might sit on that for a while. Because like I said, these NFU skills aren't like amazing right now. But they're not bad. If I can think of a ranged nuke that this would actually be really good on, then I'll fodder her to my Ophelia. Otherwise, I might just merge her, because like I'm gonna be forced to use her as a bonus for the next 2 or 3 Astra seasons anyway. So merging her up will help me maintain the, Vault of Heaven and all that funny stuff. So yeah, that's the summoning video for now. If I really appreciate you sticking around and watching and listening, and you can let me know how your summons went in the comments down below. Consider liking, subscribing, and we will see you in whatever the next video is. It'll either be another arena run. Actually, it'll probably be Aether Raids. The Chaos Aether Raids video will probably be next. Unless something else happens over the weekend, but yeah, we will see you later. Peace out. We gotta